Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Friday. So you're going to get your weekly Manhattan market update. John, we're going to get right into it. We're looking at supply 63.48. Looks like it's still ticking down. Show me that chart.
Yeah, that is down 1.5%. And that's sort of what is happening with supply. The story has been slowly decreasing supply, and this is right on target.
What is going on with supply? I mean, we thought, I think there's a much better chance this is going to hit a 5 level than hit a 7 level at this point in the season. It's kind of getting a little worrisome, but we'll see what the weeklies are showing us. We'll see what's happening. John, let's move the pending sales measure of demand 43.69. Show me that chart.
Yeah, so we thought we had seen a peak in pending sales back in the summer, and it had been a very clear sort of drifting down off that peak, as you can see in the chart. And it looks like it sort of found a base, and it's a little too early to call, but that uptrend seems to be starting again.
So if I had to summarize what we just said, we got supply, which is kind of trickling down. We got pending sales, which is coming back up, which means your market pulse is probably going to be pressured more to the upside. And this is the leverage barometer that you're looking at if you're looking at for windows of opportunity. And John, I just want to point out, we have been saying that we are in a discount window for buyers. This has been the best environment for buyers in the last 6-7 months because we're coming down off the peak rather than going up into the record activity. So buyers should just keep an eye on this because I have a feeling it's going to start going in the 70s and higher, and they're going to see their window closing. Let's keep an eye on it. John, I'm going to move over to the weeklies. I'm looking at how much stuff came on a weekly basis, 323 things. Show me that chart.
Yeah, so no, just to continue your thought there about what's good for the buyers. This is, somewhat good for the buyers. Always good to have new inventory come on. But, when you look at the number of inventory, that 324, that's actually a decrease of 6.3% from last week. And basically, I expect us to continue falling on a weekly basis heading into basically the new year.
We'll keep an eye on it. Let's look at contract signed 322. It's down 2%, but we're still over that 300 level, Johnny. Show me that chart.
Yeah, still over 300. I mean, we've had, now this is, I think, the 4th week in a row over 300. And the week before that was like 270. So it's a very, and we mentioned this last week, it's a very, very transactional market. If you're a seller out here, now is your time.
Yeah, and if you're a seller, you just got to understand, man, this is great activity going on right now. That is a lot of liquidity over there. If you're not selling, you got to ask yourself, is it my price or is it the market that's bad here? And I'm kind of sitting here telling you the market's not bad. The market's very transactional, as you say. Hey, John, when I sift this to the 1 month, I just want to point this out, guys. We are doing almost 1,460 deals on a 30-day level. This was at 950 in September. This got as high as 1,790, 1,800 in May when we got record levels. So we're going up. Buyers are stepping up. That's up 57% right now. And there's a net deficit of inventory. I do not see supply turning around anytime soon, John. I don't know about you.
I totally agree.
John, I want to move over to what the seller should be focusing on here. Price cuts. Price cuts. This market is very liquid. So many deals happening. If you're not selling, you got to think about reducing that price, John. So what are you seeing in this chart here?
Well, if you look at those green bars, that's the number of price cuts. It looks like the trend had been down. I mean, you look from basically spring to now, it was kind of drifting down. And the last couple of months, it sort of ticked back up. At the same time, the median price cut is pretty steady. It looks like it's in a range of about 4.5 to 5.5%, and it's settling right around 5%.
Yeah, and that's exactly the key takeaways right now is that 5% is your median price cut. It doesn't look like it's anything big. It's certainly not near the 8% or 6% mark median that we're at the worst part of it. That's crazy that we only went down 6% at the worst part of it. Yeah. But I would agree with you that the trend of the number of price cuts is rising. So that is something you should keep an eye on. And if I could just parlay that into this chart right over here, we love this chart, Johnny. This is time is a negotiation killer. We all know that. If you are not trading, it's probably because your price is wrong. So I want to show you the sellers that price right will be rewarded, and they're going to be rewarded with a 98.7% sales to list ratio. And the sellers that price wrong are going to be penalized. And those sellers are going to end up negotiating and going down to 90.7%. Johnny, what do you see here?
Well, you did the green bar, you did the red bar. I'm going to take that yellow bar, and you feel, look, that's exactly what we just talked about. That yellow bar, the Goldilocks scenario here is about 5%. So if you did everything right, you took a few months to sell it. which is totally typical, you're looking at a roughly, what is that, 95.4%. That's what, 4.6% discount. And that's pretty much exactly what we just saw in the previous chart. So the signs are kind of aligning here. It looks like 5%. So if you're a seller, that's pretty much what you should expect, assuming you're not crazily priced. 5%, honestly, not too bad, Noah.
It's not too bad at all, but I do think it's again, I think it's probably rising just a little bit. And the fact that contract activity is so high, I don't know how much that's going to go up. I don't know if that listing discount is going to keep rising, because if contract activity is so high, that's not the kind of thing that makes listing discount rise.
Well, I think we're going to have to see what happens in the winter, because I think we're going to see how the weekly new active shake out against how the weekly contract signs shake out. And if it starts to see like a bit of an imbalance, like we have more supply coming on the pending sales, then we might see that listing discount number rise a little bit. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that right now there's the pressure on this number is actually to the downside.
Thank you, Johnny, for pulling all of this data together. You are the best. I am Noah. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, if you guys got questions, we got answers. Just visit our forum. If you want to see all the reports from here, just click on these links right over here in our research center. Other than that, this has been your weekly Manhattan market update, and we'll catch you next time.